Hello, thank you for watching The Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. I've got some shows coming up. Please go to the grahamelwood.com for all of those links. Doing the Jimmy Dore Show live July 15th in Chicago. Going to Seattle to do Political Vigilante live August 9th and stand-up comedy August 11th in Seattle, Washington. Please come out to the shows. Links are below. Here's an amazing thing that came out, an article that came out on theadvocate.com. Louisiana, which was the leader in prison population, it had the highest prison population in the country, saw a drop. They passed some very historical prison reform about a year ago, basically freeing up nonviolent offenders, like going easier on I don't know all the specifics of it, but from what I've read from this article and little research that I've done, they basically wanted the prison bed space just for violent offenders. Oh, that's crazy. You mean we shouldn't be locking up people that smoke a plant? But this is pretty significant because they passed this legislation and now it's showing. And here's the other crazy thing. Oh, wait, less prisoners. You're saving money. Huh? Because who benefits from a high prison population? The private prisons. The governments don't benefit from it because they're paying all this money. The citizenry doesn't benefit from having all these people in and out of the system. More people in prison doesn't make us a better, healthier society. It makes us a scarier society because nobody comes out of prison reformed. They come out of prison better criminals because it's like a criminal college in there. So here's what happened. The state has seen a 20% decrease in the number of people imprisoned for nonviolent crimes and a 42% decrease in those sent to prison for drug possessions. Whoa. So we're not prosecuting because drugs as a crime? Because it isn't. The war on drugs has been happening for over 100 years. It's not working. Addiction is a health issue. It's not a criminal issue. Yes, if someone's high on drugs and they commit a violent crime or whatever, yeah, they should be prosecuted for those violent crimes. But consuming drugs? No. No. They should get help. Addiction should be treated as a health issue, not a criminal issue. And here's evidence. Here's evidence. Louisiana has shifted the majority of state prison beds to violent offenders. According to Louisiana Justice Reinvestment Reform's first annual performance report released Thursday, the number of people under community supervision by probation and parole officers has also dropped about 9% overall. Previously, the incarceration capital of the nation, Louisiana dropped this month from holding the first spot to second, behind Oklahoma now, for the highest rate of prisoners per capita, 100,000 people. Edwards, this is the person from the Governor John Bell Edwards, says that he cited the 10-bill bipartisan package aimed at reducing the prison population and addressing pressing criminal justice issues with the success. Oh, they signed a bipartisan bill and they came together and did something that was actually good for the citizens of the state of Louisiana? Oh. But this sounds like some hippie thing that's going to probably cost the state a lot of money. Department of Corrections Secretary James LeBlanc reported last week about $14 million in total savings since the reforms went into effect. A huge jump from the predicted $6 million when the bills were up for consideration by the legislature last spring. Though they predicted a $6 million savings, turns out they were wrong. $14 million. What they're going to do with the money, that's up for debate here. And there's a whole bunch of stuff where they talk about what they're going to do with the money. And okay, that's good. The Office of Juvenile Justice will start to receive 20% of the reinvestment money. They're going to try to reinvest some of this, with 17 reforms were predicted upon their passage to generate $262 million in savings over 10 years. LeBlanc said that as of Thursday, the state prison population has dipped below 33,000, the lowest number in 20 years, and about 3,000 less before the implementation of the reforms. He also said that since November, the number of offenders under community supervision, meaning probation or parole, has dropped about 6,000, now just above 66,000. He said the probation and parole drop is a result of improved incentives for good behavior and allows better monitoring by officers as caseloads shrink. Because that's part of the thing in the system. You get busted, you're poor, you don't have a lawyer, so you plead guilty. Now you have a criminal record. Now it's hard to get a job when you get out of prison. So guess what are you supposed to do? You got to stay in the criminal life. We're not reforming people. And when we gut the middle class and we don't have jobs and we ship them overseas for NAFTA and bullshit like that and the TPP, then what choices do people have? Then we flood the country with drugs, which is probably done by the CIA. What are people going to do? When you have high unemployment rates, what are they going to do? And when private prisons benefit, they profit by having more prisoners, well, then they're going to go enforce more laws. And we have a militarized police. You see how all this connected and how it's bad? And then here's an actual solution. Here's an actual solution. Somebody does something dumb when they're young. Okay. Give them maybe they were born in a tough situation. Give them some programs, get them back in. Like I've read reports after reports that those boot camp things have a high rate of reform. There's always kids that screw up. It's always going to be happening, but they have a high rate of reform. There's a great documentary that was, I think, partially financed by The Rock because he got into some trouble when he was young. It's a great doc. So check that out. The report also notes that of the non-violent, non-sex offenders under supervision, the number who have had their parole or probation revoked, sent to prison for a violation, whether criminal or not, dropped by almost 8%. Prison reform can work. It's working in Louisiana. It's something to get behind, guys. It's better for all of our society. It's better for the country, better for the world. Thanks for watching.